I usually bring her up every summer for a few weeks or a month, and then we've been up a couple times in the winter. But I grew up, skiing up here, so um, like you said, to have a change after Mardi Gras is nice, and there's a lot of people up here that I'd like to see, and who've been very supportive of us as a family, but then also what we're doing. So I love this place, so that's why we came.
I saw you guys tweeted a picture this weekend up top.
Yeah.
What was that like?
It's excellent. It's I'm not able to be on skis right now. Having spent a lot of time at the top of that mountain by one of my good friends from high school, Dave Stewart, talked to the director of operations here, Bill Williamson, and said, hey, we'd like to get Steve up to the top. So I think kind of as usual, I think it's been the experience with us is people have been very willing to help. And so we had the operations guides, we had the ski patrol, we had everyone was helping us get up there. And so we decided while we're up there that I want to take rivers as well. So it's pretty awesome. We ended up it was pretty awesome. We ended up me skiing down in ski patrol toboggan, and Rivers skiing down at Dave's chest right next to me in the baby Bjorn. So I got to look over and see Rivers cruising down the bridge around now, but it's right there. So we documented the whole thing. So I think it was an excellent experience, and also, like I said, just kind of par for the course how people have been very willing to help.
Is it hard to be up there and not be able to ski down?
I told Michelle earlier this week, I said, there's only one place I'd rather be than sitting out, looking out over this view right here, and that's up on the mountain. So, if that's the only place I'd rather be, it's pretty good. So, I love to ski, I love to snowboard, and it's a big part of my youth, I think. But, like I said, just being here and being able to seeing my family, seeing my friends, and to have her and her family up there skiing, have a good time, and that's good enough for me.
How did he like it? What was his face going down?
She slept the whole time.
He didn't come down?
It was like 12 degrees up there and windy. He's snoring.
He had a little ice burn, or what it freezer burn? Wind burn on his cheek. It's the one part that was exposed to the elements.
But slept through it. That's great.
Yeah.
Michelle, what do you think coming up here? This is totally different from where you grew up, obviously.
Yeah, this is, this is beautiful beyond words. I mean, you look out this window, it's like the prettiest thing you can ever see. New Orleans is beautiful in its own way, but it's flat and brown rivers, and it's nothing like this. So we've been up. This is our second time up here, but we didn't have quite this view last time. It's amazing.
What's it like for you to be around all these people that grew up with Steve and probably know everything about his life before you?
I like it. It's finally. I mean, we've been together long enough that I know almost everyone, so it's not awkward for me to come up anymore. I get excited to see these guys because I love them all like my own friends. So it's good. And I mean, he's like perma-grin all the time when he's around these people. So it makes me happy to see him that happy.
Steve, I've seen them just helping you since we've been here. Do they just kind of jump into that role? I mean, just wanting to do things for you? And is that a different experience for you?
Well, I think, well, that I said something a few weeks ago that all the wisdom texts and the wise men of the past have always said, hey, you know, most of your growth will come by serving other people. But interestingly, for me, I think most of my growth has come from being served by other people, because I think we have, especially men in this society, it's like, hey, I can do this myself, I'm fine. So I have to kind of give all that up, and it's by doing so, the results are pretty incredible. I think the reward has been pretty incredible. So, and like you said, I think for the most part, people have been, hey, volunteering almost. How can I help, Steve? What can I do to be supportive? So that's where there has to be some communication and coordination. It's like, I'm just learning how to do this as well. You know, how could you help me up those stairs? Well, let's go figure it out. You know, so I think the main thing is just capturing that the ability to share support and love as the main thing. Logistically, sometimes things get difficult, but I think when everybody's willing to find a way to make something happen, and to be flexible and to be creative, the possibilities are pretty amazing.
You talked about what you learned being served by other people, but you've spent the last year helping everybody else. I mean, I just was reading on your website the comments from people who have family members that have been diagnosed with ALS, or they have themselves, and you're an inspiration to them. I mean, some people in your situation would say, okay, I got to take care of myself and my family, but you've made it a point to raise awareness and do these other things. How has that been, and why is that so important to you at this point?
Well, I think not just with this disease or this diagnosis, but general rule of life is the more you help other people, the more that you will be helped. So my theory or my approach has always been, hey, what can we do to help other people? And if it comes down to it, we need to help ourselves, that will be there. So, and that part will take care of itself. And I think that's held true. So, I think early on, I recognized that I had something of a platform to provide a voice for, the 40, 50,000 people who have ALS that feel like they don't have a voice. So, to me, it was, hey, that's something of my responsibility to speak out, to try to provide a voice for those people. And at the same time, I'm passionate about it. We have fun with what we're doing. That's why I said from the beginning, I said, hey, I want to try to help. I want to try to help. Hey, man. Do I give him?
You doesn't like my train of thought here. The baby saver, I like it. What kind of response did you get after? I mean, I think so many people saw the story before the Super Bowl and learned so much about what you're doing that maybe didn't even know your name before. What kind of response did you get since that?
It's been, I think, pretty overwhelming. The ALS world is pretty small, you know. So even by that point, we had heard from most of the people. I think in the world of ALS, I think where the response has been more overwhelming since that Super Bowl segment was, you're outside the world of ALS. People who say, "Hey, I saw that. I remember that night in the Superdome when the Saints returned. I remember that block punt, and now I want to help. How can I help?" So to have people, you know, celebrities, just business owners, CEOs, people say, "Hey, I want to participate. I want to be part of Team Gleason." I think that's where that was our goal. That was our objective for that segment, and I think it's been pretty effective. Michelle would know better than me. She's the one that goes through every single email on most of
You must have gotten a lot after that.
Yeah,
That story.
we've gotten a lot.